Hi, everyone, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Yuliya Pulber, and my mission is to help beauty professionals transform their skills into successful, sustainable businesses. So many nail techs and salon owners struggle with the same challenges keeping clients long term, managing teams, setting up the right systems, and trying to grow without burning out. I know because I've been there myself. That's why I've dedicated my work to guiding beauty professionals through these exact struggles, whether it's through advanced education, mentorship, or practical systems for marketing, finance, and team building. My role is to give you real solutions you can use to grow faster and more confidently in your own business. And today, I'm especially excited because we have a very special guest. Vay, my very first official student from 4 years ago. She started with an e-file hard gel manicure masterclass, and since then, she's opened her own salon and grown so much as a business owner. In this episode, we'll be talking about her journey, the real struggles of salon ownership, and the lessons we've both learned about growth, mindset, and building systems that last. Hi, Vay.
Hi, Yuliya.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to see you here.
Yes.
It is your second time taking class with us.
Yes.
The
With
first
you.
with me. I'm very honored and I'm really excited about this whole podcast. I've been wanting to do this for a long time and I'm so happy we have a perfect opportunity right
Good.
now.
Well, thank you for having me.
Do you remember the exact moment when you decided to take class with me?
I do. Okay, so I started in 2021. Shortly after COVID, things started to reopen. And I tell people all the time, like, I just knew I wanted to do away with acrylics. And that's when I got into waterless dry pedicures. And I was going to do pedicures only. But as I started researching other salons, I kept finding like a lot of Russian salons or just other salons that only did gel services. So I was like, okay, well maybe I don't have to get rid of nails. And I had already saw Builder Gel popping up on Instagram, and then I heard about Russian manicure. So I was like, let me see if I could find a training. And I think I probably searched like an Instagram hashtag for Russian manicures, and your page kept popping up, Next Level Nails. And I
Okay.
was like, okay. I was just looking at the work, and I reached out to you for training, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to Florida. And I set out to do it. And I came, I learned, and I went back to North Carolina, and I've been offering Russian manicure since.
Nice. I'm happy to hear that. So it's a power of SEO on Instagram, and many people don't really pay attention to things like that. And I think it's important to learn a little bit more about SEO when it comes to Instagram, and especially when Google is integrated with Instagram. Whatever you post, any word you post, is going to be popping out on Google's as well.
Okay.
So that was working for me,
Yeah.
I guess, back then. So what pushed you to invest into education instead of figuring out on your own?
I'm always a student. People to this day, they're like, why are you still taking classes? And I'm like, I don't know everything. So the industry is constantly changing. And yeah, you can figure stuff out. But when it comes to clients' nails, I don't want to ruin anything. So when it comes to techniques, I want to learn the proper way. Because now having a staff and having to train them, I need to educate them. So proper technique, proper training, that's very important.
Yes, it's 100% correct because with this pace that we're moving in the beauty industry, I really don't know how we do it because it changes super
It
fast.
does. And just too, like finding the right person to train with. Because like I said, I was looking at the work, how your page looked. Because I'm gonna be honest, I've seen people who say they offer training, and no shade, but it's like I could tell, like, okay, I'm still learning from you. The stuff you post on Instagram, I'm
Thank
like,
you. Well,
goals.
I'm learning from you as well, because this is what we built, that relationship 4 years ago when we met, and I truly feel like I'm developed connection with you back then. And
Yes.
then it's happened with many of students that we train, even if we part ways, but still there is a connection,
Yep.
especially if it's involved training and teaching. It's yeah, exactly. I feel exactly the same way. So. When you finished that class, what changed for you immediately after taking this class?
Mm, my confidence. It helped set me apart because there weren't a lot of people offering this technique in my area. Like, of course, we heard of builder gel, but I'm like, no, I know Russian manicure for real. Like, I trained. I trained with a professional. So, yes, that's what
Yes,
set me
because
apart.
right after that training, I was amazed how fast you organized everything in your business and how fast you started to train people, hiring people, and going through this. Like, it, not a lot of people can do that actually.
How I did it, I don't know.
I
I'm
don't
still.
think I don't think it's for everyone, to be honest, to scale like that, to graduate from single artist and take that courage and say, hey, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start training other people, hiring them, and I want to create a system that works for everyone.
Yeah.
What's something nobody told you about owning a salon?
Oh, a lot. How to pay your staff, um, how to get them trained up, you know, the difficulties of, staff leaving, breaking contracts, that type of stuff. So it's very important. I'm still learning to this day, like, have paperwork in order.
Me too. It's an ongoing process of
It
learning.
is.
And it's like when you build a system though, but it's easier. It's easier because you kind of have that immunity to surprises, and it's like every day something happens
Right. And
and you
then
become, it becomes normal, and it's like, okay, what's today?
yes, I used to panic and stress, but then I'm like, everything just worked out. It still went by smooth. I'm like, I don't even stress anymore. And
Me
then too,
too.
when you lose staff, it's like we've done it enough and trained people
Yeah,
up. So it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I could do it again.
Me too. Actually, um, I think for me it was like I never knew, like you can get up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh gosh, I need to do this tomorrow. The level of responsibility that we hold and we have on our shoulders is like crazy. But again, more you move in this business, you become more responsible,
Yeah.
more educated, and it's easier, as you said.
Yeah.
It's not like you don't stress out anymore, and you it's there's no drama anymore involved. You just
Just go with
move
the
forward.
flow.
Yeah, just go with the flow. If you could describe your first year as an owner in one word, what would it be?
Hell. Okay. I mean, challenging. That's the more professional answer. Challenging. Challenging and rewarding. I would have to give it 2 words because it's like I ran into so many challenges as I was learning, but I overcame, and that's what helped me grow into what the business is today. So,
Me too. I agree again, 100%. My first year was a mess. And I would say more mental mess because I didn't know how to deal with all of these surprises every day
yeah.
and issues, because issues were coming from all different angles. You're like, it's like arrows shooting at
Yeah.
you, and it's like, oh my gosh. And that's why I'm saying it's not for everyone. And I think
Right, because
that's
we're
some
not only dealing with the making sure the clients are okay, you're dealing with the staff.
stuff.
So luckily, before I went into nails full time, I used to work in like corporate America. So I was used to putting out fires and problem solving. But when you work with people at that level, it's different.
Especially with women in the beauty industry.
Yes.
And you're dealing with hormones.
How many? What's the most amount of staff you like techs you've had at one
Had,
time?
I have it right now. If I calculate, do you mean staff members like with marketing team, with people that I have on, for outsource for technical support and all of that? I didn't even calculate. In a salon, we currently have 13 or 14 people, including administrators. Because we made this move and we scaled a little bit more.
Okay.
And then we hired more people. I trained more people. But it's easier this time. It's not like, and
Right.
I was not afraid to make
Because
that move.
you know what not to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
When you know what not to do, it's so much easier. And plus, in this business for 4 years, it's enough to learn a lot. Because usually businesses going out in about first 2 years, I guess. So if you survive that, you're good.
They say the first 3 years are the hardest.
Yeah. And I think mine was the first year hardest. And then little by little, I was like, okay, that's making sense to me now. And what other people told me, they were right.
Okay.
But I guess we have to go again. We learn our own way. But now I listen to mentors and I'm like, okay, I trust you because you've been through this.
Yeah, that's good.
What was hardest, working on nails or running the business behind the scenes for you? Like working as a nail artist or running a business?
Working as a nail artist.
Was hardest?
Yeah, because it's like I wasn't available to do the behind the scenes stuff. So now that I have a staff and I don't have to work as much, it's moments where I'm like, I needed that hour or two to just do stuff on the computer. But when I was booked back to back, I would either have to go home and do work into the wee hours of the night. So yeah, it was harder doing nails.
For me, it was easier when I was a single artist.
Really?
Because I was super booked, like couple months in advance. Everything was already working. I was very organized. And this is what I teach others, how to be organized. Because if you're not organized, you cannot keep anything, no business. And for me, it was easiest because I didn't have to deal with people and stuff. But now, when I see how I grow, because in the business, it's all about self-development.
Yeah.
You need to work on yourself. If you're not working on yourself, that's it.
Right.
It's not going to work for you. Business is like connected to your personality, to your character.
Yes.
And working on my character like tremendously helps me. And then when I see rewards, I'm like, you know what? It's cool. It's maybe harder, but this is something I love.
Right, when you're
to do.
passionate about it.
Yeah. So yeah, being a single artist was easier for me.
Really?
Because everything was organized and I had clients and I was choosing my clients and I had days off and now I don't really have days off. Well, I do, but I choose to work because I'm passionate about what I do.
True.
And that's why I work a lot.
And I think that was easy because you had a more advanced staff. Mind you, what we do, I had to train everyone that came through. So for the first year, I was carrying the salon. It was a while before I even allowed my girls to do Russian manicures because I was scared they would ruin nails. And that's really why I stopped doing designs because it requires so much thinking in detail. And I'm like, I can't focus on what's going on at the salon and do nails. So they make jokes all the time. I'll do French, but designs, intricate stuff, I no longer do it.
Good for you. I'm sorry, but good for you. This is what I say. You spend so much time on the designs. It's like,
and I remember when I trained with you, you had a girl there that did designs. And I remember you told me, you was like, I don't do designs.
No,
I
don't.
I was like, her manicures are so clean. I love a clean manicure. So I'm like, if you have clean cuticles, a clean polish application, that's sexy to me.
Yeah, why not? I think that's what the most that people want. They don't want, they like that old money kind of manicure. It's like all about that right now. Plus, they need to look presentable all the time, and that's what gives them that presentable. What's one mistake you made at the start that taught you the most?
Don't hire so quickly. Don't hire out of desperation. Because I felt like the only way the salon would be successful and generate revenue is I kept thinking I had to fill every seat. And I'll choose quality over quantity. And it was more of a headache in the end. So yeah, now when mentors tell me fire fast, hire slow, I'm starting to learn that. So yeah.
That's so true. And it's not only about the technique. I can say the same thing about myself. I take time with hiring person. We go through interview. I first go through phone interview and then we meet in person because I want to see the energy as well. because if we have a toxic person in a team, it's gonna ruin the
Yeah.
whole team. It's not working for us. And we've been through people like that, and I don't want to shame anyone,
Yeah.
but it's something that truly is damaging the whole performance of the team and
Yes.
everything. I'm focused first on quality, as you said, but technical
Right.
skills, but also soft skills.
Yep.
I need to make sure that everyone is working together in a setting where they grow together and
Yep.
learn from each other, and they're comfortable, because their psychological comfort is more important to me.
Yep.
Because, as you said,
I've been dealing with that,
yeah.
and it's crazy because once I get rid of that toxicity in the spa, it's like everything runs smooth. And it's
Yeah.
like I see the signs like I knew I should have let go. But things just weren't easier. So yeah.
That's when you become a psychologist. you spot red flags. You're like,
yes, especially when you ignore, and I've ignored red flags in the beginning. So that's another mistake. Stop ignoring the red flags. So yes, I'm still learning.
100%. And you know what helps me with red flags and stuff, and how to create a list of questions for an interview, in-person interview? I asked ChatGPT to work as
I
an
love
HR and psychologist
It will.
and create a list of questions and point out to the questions that are red flags and something that is positive I can take out and say, hey, this is probably a good fit for the
Yep.
team. When did you first realize, oh, wow, this is harder than I thought?
I would have to say in the beginning when I was just hiring and training people, but I don't know. It's like I kind of work good under pressure, so I don't know. I like a challenge.
Me too.
Like a
I thought that was the only one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I feel like when I
Oh
go through
my
things,
gosh.
it's like, nah, that's building character. Because
Me
I feel like when
too.
I overcome it, I be like, you
Me
just,
too.
that's bossy.
The way my brain works is like I immediately look for solutions when people like come up with something. I'm like, okay, I have 3 different scenarios at minimum. I need plan A, plan B, plan C.
Yeah.
And it's like, and sometimes people think it's like too straightforward, and I don't really care what they think about me, but this is like I need to resolve it quick. I'm not like
Yeah.
sitting here, and I'm also working super productive under stress. I don't know why. I guess it's some trauma from childhood.
It is. It has to be. Like, I would procrastinate, and then I would stress about it, and then it's like I ace it. So
Oh my God.
I don't know. And I'm trying to do better. Like, I have a business coach, salon coach, and I know I should be doing most of the assignments, but I've been so distracted. But I know if I sit there and have to do it under pressure, then I'm going to put my best effort into it. It's weird. So, yeah, I think that's trauma.
That's probably trauma related for sure. What do you look for when you hire your employees?
I used to say technical because there's been times where I might have been like, oh, they're not familiar with this technique, so it's gonna be hard to train them. But I look for people with like ambition now that want to learn because I've trained so many people now. So I'm like, if they take the initiative, they want to learn. I've had staff come in, they're like, well, I don't know anything about this, and I've done it so many times to train them with their technique. Other trainings I've done, it's like a system. So I'm like, I have a girl that hasn't been there 6 months. Now, she was advanced with some of the services she did, but she understood, she asked the right questions, and she wanted to learn to get better. And her work is flawless right now. So, yeah, that's what I look for.
Beautiful.
Team players and people that take initiative.
Me too. Same exact thing. Because I feel like if they're ambitious, they really succeed faster and they really more responsible in a way. For me, when I there were times when I would hire someone in the beginning, especially, and they have huge ego, and that ego is so stuck there. It's like it's not letting them like see anything beyond whatever they put the walls in front. And I understand.
It's kind of like a know-it-all attitude.
yeah,
And then when
yeah.
I've had somewhere I see their work, and I'm like, it's not as good as your ego.
Exactly. And then it's like it's so hard to approach person because you try to like delicately explain like, okay, you could be better, but they're not. It's really hard.
And I feel like those are the ones that don't always stick around long term.
Oh no.
Where they'll go and want to do their own thing. And that's fine. I tell my girls all the time, I don't expect you all to be here forever. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
Because I want you all to grow, but you do have some that come in there and they're just there to kind of see what they can learn and, take or whatever.
exactly.
So, yeah.
And I would add probably what works for me when people really see my philosophy and the concept of the business,
Mm-hmm.
if they agree with that, um, they really feel it and they understand it. I like those people, and I've met people who are really not into the concept at all. They have their own like understanding
Mm-hmm.
of the business, of how they deal with customers, with customer service. I'm like, oh
And
my
then you can't
gosh.
teach them. It's like they don't want to learn. So, yeah.
Yeah, and as you said, yeah, I think it's better for them to work on their own, have their own clients,
Mm-hmm.
because those type of people usually are solopreneurs.
Yeah. But then that's when they'll see how hard it is.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
cost,
yeah,
inventory,
yeah,
running the business.
yeah,
So, hey,
yeah.
not our problem.
How do you usually feel when someone on your team decides to leave?
I've been having this conversation lately. So, it depends on how they leave. Someone that's honest and like, I've outgrown this, I want to do my own thing, that's nothing but respect. But I've seen cases where people do backhanded things and
Hmm.
steal all of my stuff, and I I can only feel, of course, yeah, I might feel away, but it's just another lesson learned. So it really just depends. But anyone who leaves on good terms, like, I don't mind sending people. I had a text. She lives about an hour a little bit away from us. I still send people to her to this day. And I had a client come in this week. She was like, such and such sent me here. So, I'm all about relationships and keeping good relationships. But if you burn a bridge, then hey, I can only wish you the best.
Me too.
What
Same
about you?
same way. Because I had people who stole things from me, and it's happening. It's crazy, but I guess that's what we learn in this business,
Yeah.
and then this is what we put in our. We don't have a contract, an agreement, but at least the agreement is something that really puts me and protects me as a business, because. And sometimes, you know what I feel like before they leave, some people are, their attitude changes dramatically.
Yulia, I
It's
just
like,
told my girls this morning. I said I can tell when someone
yeah,
is about to leave because they get
yeah,
a kiss my ass attitude.
yes, same exact thing. And I thought in the beginning that there was something wrong with me,
Mm-hmm.
that,
We think we're not doing
yeah, yeah,
something
yeah,
right, and it's like
yeah,
you want to make them happy,
yeah,
but then we also have to think
yeah.
about our business. It has to make sense.
And when it happened a few times, and
Mm-hmm.
I talked to my psychologist about that, and she explained to me, it's like when person is like halfway out, they actually
They clock
act like
out.
that.
I was like that with my corporate job, and when I resigned, my manager told me. She said, "I knew you were leaving. I didn't know it would be this soon. So I don't know. I guess so." What was I going to ask you? It was something. Oh, you say you don't have contracts?
We don't have a contract.
Why?
We have agreements. Yeah,
Why not a contract?
contract. Because it does not work for us.
Okay.
And if they break the contract, because they did a lot of times, I'm not gonna invest my time into going and suing, and because I don't have time for
I
this.
feel that way too. That's why I'm like, let bygones be bygones. Because the people that did do wrong, they don't prosper.
Exactly.
So,
And you know exactly, because you're same way, because we've been talking
yeah.
about this, where we channel our energy.
True that.
Because I'd rather channel my energy into something scaling for my business. I'm like, okay, do you,
Yeah.
do whatever. But I'm not gonna sue them, so I'm not gonna even. And plus, with contracts here in Miami, we have many salons don't practice contracts because they know it's not working for
Yeah,
them.
I
With
had an
huge
attorney tell me
competition,
it's like scrutinizing the court. So I don't know, but I feel like
but the agreement that we have, it states clearly. I'm gonna tell you a couple things that
right,
we have in there. That non-disclosure, that they're not allowed to talk about our salon, about things
right,
inside and people,
or
and we have,
recruiting your
yeah, yeah,
clients.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
or recruiting the clients. So these two things are like major for us, and they cannot share information with their customers, our customers, because these are
right,
salons customers, and also they're not allowed to talk about each other in a salon because we don't do gossip.
Right.
Gossip is something is not
Yeah.
happening in our salon. We had cases before in the beginning, and I learned a huge lesson. And this is in our philosophy of brand. We don't talk about clients and we don't talk about each other. And my girls been so good at it.
Okay.
It's like it's amazing. Those who practice that, they don't usually stay more than 2 weeks. They kind of like chick out of the way. Bye bye.
They're like, it's too
Yes,
calm over here.
it's too calm. Yeah, I don't thrive in this.
Yeah.
I thrive in chaos.
Ugh.
Has anyone ever left your salon and taken clients with them? And how did you deal with it? You closing your eyes.
It's happened. Am I always aware? Well, I had a tech, love her to death. And I knew she was working more at home, which is against the contract. And I just was like, look, either you work more here or we're just going to end the contract. No hard feelings. And she told me, she was like, well, I felt like I was betraying you if I left. And I said, no, betraying me is taking clients because they couldn't get in at the salon, so then they would fine her. So I'm like, these are clients of the business. You can't do that. But like the people that stolen things, yeah, I've had that happen. But I've built my business to what it is today. So like you said, the clients, they're not just coming to get their nails done. They're coming for the aesthetic, the environment. So I'm like, hey, you can go over there, but a lot of times they come back.
Same thing with us. I'm telling you, oh my gosh, I had 2 girls stolen their client base, entire client base. As soon as they walked out, same night, they did mass messaging. And that's how I learned my lesson.
Not giving them so much access.
Yeah, because back then I didn't have an administrator. I did everything myself. Content creation,
Yes.
answering phone calls, managing 5 people, 5 people, 5
Yeah.
people I think at the
So
time.
you can't really see everything going on.
I was so consumed by everything. It was like so much work because I didn't have a budget for any of the other people in the salon first.
Yeah.
I was investing back into equipment, products. Back then, I was not a distributor for Accents. I would pay full price, and you know what it costs.
Oh, yeah.
A full price for Accents products. And I was providing everything. And I was giving them 50%. Some of them were getting 60%, which is like, it's crazy. You can't do that.
That's how
you
I
can't
started.
do that.
And my accountant was like, absolutely not. And I even asked you because I'm like, am I paying them wrong? And you're like, absolutely not. 60% is too high.
It's too high.
And then when I look at what we providing everything, we would be crazy.
That's why I was doing everything myself. Because I was given so much. And what I've noticed, more you give, and they don't really appreciate you. And it's not like there's no respect involved in a way. It's like it's such a weird scenario where you give so much, but in return you get like, what? Really?
It's like our kindness is taken for weakness in some cases.
And we also had cases when they stole the clients, and in 6 months I see client come back, like a few clients, like it's like, okay, but I would never ask, I would never talk about that. And even when clients would ask me like, oh, why she left, I would say, well, people have their own ambitions. They have all rights to do whatever they want, and I'm so happy for them. I would never talk badly about them. And it actually was here's a twist in this whole thing, because they were taking majority of people who were talking badly about me, and they were talking badly.
Stay over there. They did you a favor.
Everything happened for a reason.
Everything
happens. And ever since, we never had this negative talk in the salon. And the girls, they appreciate things more, and the team that works with me right now has that respect for me, and they know what I do for them. They know where I stand. And it's just a totally different story. And I'm really grateful for this experience. I learned a lot. It was like really emotional thing for me. Remember we were talking about that? It was really traumatizing. I went to psychologist for that. I was like, I'm crushed.
Because you thought you did something wrong. And I went through it not too long ago, and my friend was like, your feelings were just hurt. And I'm like, I guess that is a valid point. And not really hurt that people left. It's hurt that you taking my stuff that I worked so hard for. And
Yeah.
like I tell them,
Yeah.
I don't care if you go do the techniques that I've taught, but when it comes to terminology and the look of the business, what like you said, ChatGPT,
Yeah.
I would put it in chat and say, rewrite this website. Just make it your own.
Yes.
That's
Make it
it.
unique because it has to be unique.
Yeah.
Like you have super unique concept. And I think that's why you stand out because it's all about dry pedicure and not only it's about healthy nails as well because you have a focus on health.
Yeah.
And in your own way, and that's why you became popular. People trust you because you earned that authority in that niche,
Okay.
you know. And then and going back to this whole thing that I learned, and I learned that I'm not going to be emotionally connecting with employees because we need to understand that there's boundaries because we're employer,
Yeah.
we're not their savior,
Or
we're
their
not going to go
friend.
rescue all the
Yeah.
time. But when it comes to work, yes, but not in real life and
Oh yeah,
everything.
no.
You have to stay put together in the business. It's not like you're rescuing people all the
True
time.
that. Yeah.
Because what hurt the most for me is when you train someone from very beginning, you give your time, your energy, and when it turns like that, that hurts.
Yeah.
But again, lesson learned.
Yeah.
And I really wish them the best.
Mhm.
I don't want to hold any grudges.
Yeah.
Because if clients could do this in a nasty way possible, because how they did it, it was nasty.
Yeah.
And if these clients left, God has cleaned my path for sure, because I do not wish to see these people in my life. It's too toxic. I'm not going to be involved in that. And that's why I don't have any problem cutting people off of
Yeah.
my life. Like, it's like that.
Business has made me that way.
Yeah?
Like, if it doesn't serve me, I'm just to the point where I'm like,
No, I'm not dealing with this. No,
I like
no,
who I've
thank you.
become. I'm just in my own little world. I guess because I'm really focused right now. So it's like things that's just no good. I don't want to deal with it. And some people might feel like I'm shutting them out, but I like a peace of mind. It's days where I
Me
get off
too.
work and someone might know I just got off and they want to call, and I'm like, look, I just need to,
Yeah, same thing.
yeah. Or just staff, just knowing how to say no. Or
Yeah,
letting
if
them
I
go.
feel like I don't want to hang out with someone, I'm like, no, I'm busy.
And I feel like, too, the right staff always finds us. We just have to clear the path to get the bad out of the way and watch.
Exactly.
The good always returns tenfold.
Exactly. The universe is amazing in that way. It's like it really has its own magical ways to show you things. Maybe it's in a hurtful way, but it still is like something like, oh, wow, now I get it.
Yep.
Like, now I understand this. And plus, when you steal something like that, if we're going to look at it from different perspective, because I see different perspective here, like business owner perspective,
Right.
because you earned these clients and you did hard work to do that. Then the perspective of that person who stole this client base, what they're thinking, I don't want to think about that either, you know?
They might, I feel like they think, well, these are my clients.
My clients, yeah.
But you
made them.
had to build the clientele that came here from the business. So, yeah.
And the perspective from the client. A client also, like, you can't force them. If they want to go for that person, go ahead.
Yeah, because clients, they love their people. Like, when I worked alone, I had clients. And then when I opened the space and I'm trying to get my girls booked up, I'm passing them along. So then it was a point where I lost a majority of my staff, and they all came back to me, and they were like, don't pass me over again. Like, because they're used to me, but they understand, like, she's running the business, you're getting it started. So if I have to go to a new tech, then they'll understand. But, you know, some people are just stuck in their ways. They like what they like, so.
True. And then, but again, you know, if you're trying to steal something like that, like you think it's came easy, but you're still gonna be thrown back because you cannot jump from point A to point Z thinking, oh, I just cheat the system. It doesn't work like that.
It does.
It will throw you back and you're gonna have to step all the way.
And then
Because
us
that's
as
how it
business
works.
owners, we're always like 10 steps ahead.
100%.
Because we're always thinking about how we can improve the business.
Improve the business,
and
yeah.
progress. So it's like,
And
What
some
you may
people,
have taken
yeah,
is old.
when I talk like that, when I say things like that, my husband is like, what do you do? Like, where is it even coming from? Like, how can you like think so far? But it's become it. I think we create neural pathways in the brain that wired differently now
Yeah.
because I look, as you said, I look at the things like 10 steps ahead. And even with people, I kind of like, when I work with my team members, I kind of like scan them psychologically because I love psychology. And I can see what kind of scenarios we possibly may have in the future. So I'm like not,
Yeah.
so it's so much easier for me. I'm not emotionally attached to anyone. It's only business and we respect each other. And I think when it comes working together with that respect, it's totally different.
It is.
Do you believe contracts really protect salon owners, or is it more about trust?
I feel like trust, but I feel like contracts could work because I'm toggling back and forth right now. Like, do I want to pay this attorney to help me? Because again, she was honest. Non-competes are scrutinized in courts, but I have something else we can do that would be more enforceable. So I feel like I want to trust you, but then at the end of the day, we have to protect our business because we are
100%.
the only ones who have the best interests at heart. So I'm just like, and then two, it goes back to kindness for weakness because I feel like if numerous people do the same thing over and over, it kind of may make someone feel like, okay, it's okay, she's not going to do anything until sometimes you do have to make an example. And then they're like, okay, well, no, I'm not going to cross her in that way. But again, it's only to protect the business and not be nasty and go after you. But again, if people are just honest, then all of that can be avoided. We can't hold anyone hostage to work for us.
Exactly, and that's what I say. I'm like, the thing is, like, we had people who were completely transparent. And when they left, they did it in such a nice and beautiful, professional way. I still am friends with them and I help them. And more than that, I give them discounts from my online store. I support them.
Yeah.
They would call me. They're like, Yuliya, I need some business advice. I'll give it to them for free. Not a problem because there was a trust involved, as you
Yeah.
said, and honesty. I have nothing against people living like that. But yeah, exactly. It's like honesty and trust.
Yep.
Like it's something that can be. But again, I think sometimes people may be feeling like they cannot do it this way. They're so, if they leave and it has to be like a drama like or something like that, they just cannot do it
Right.
any other way. And it's like, you can't really be upset with them. It's okay, like whatever.
That's just you.
Yeah, just do you. What's been the most emotional part for you about managing people?
Me, I don't like conflict. So it's like having those hard conversations and just, because again, I'm silly, I'm cool, so, and I'm soft spoken. So I feel like sometimes, a lot of times in some cases, I wasn't taken serious until I'm like, okay, no, like this is not a joke. So that is like something I struggle with. I don't like having hard conversations.
Me too.
It's
It's hard.
uncomfortable.
It's so uncomfortable because on one thing you don't want to hurt person, on the other side you don't want to hurt business, and most importantly, we don't think about ourselves at all. When people think that it's all about us, it's not.
Yeah.
When you have a nail salon, it's about everything but yourself.
Yeah. Because they might look at it as we're being a B word about something, but it's just like, no, we've done this. So, like I tell them, it's a system where things have to make sense. So something that may be small where we're like, no, you have to keep this area clean. They may think that's us complaining about something, but we're like, no, because if state board comes in here, why are we scrambling around to clean up if it's always in order? Like,
And it can happen anytime.
Yes.
We had this inspection came twice in the past 3 weeks.
What?
I don't know why. It's okay. I have nothing to hide.
So did
Everything
they
I do
come-
is legal. That's why.
Right.
That's
So-
why I don't care if they're gonna come in. But I agree with you.
do they say someone called them? Did they say something?
Probably because it's unlikely to come organically for
They come
two
once a
times in
year.
3 weeks. The only thing he said to me last time when I happened to be there, I usually not there, but I was there, and he was like, just be aware of Canadians, you know. I'm like, what Canadians have to do with this, you know? Like,
Right.
well, some Canadians, they come and they call us, and I was like, okay, somebody from Canada called. Maybe it's somebody
That's
who
all
doesn't
the
like me
way.
personally, and I know who it was, and then I found out. And I was like, all right. It's
That
like,
takes too much energy.
yeah, sorry, my lashes sticked again.
What?
Yes, it is. It's crazy,
I
but
had that happen once when I first opened. Right after I trained with you, I was working alone in the suite while the salon was being built. But I had everything set up website because once the salon opened, I didn't want to have to rewrite everything. So my wording was we as a salon. And someone called and said I didn't have a salon permit. But it worked out because the lady from State Board had just came to the salon I worked in and did the inspection, and we talked. And she was like, I really like what you're doing. So when she called me, she was like, I know you said you were about to move in. So she thought I had already moved in without applying for the license. And she was like, I know I told you what to do. I said, no, I'm still working in the suite. So yes, people will do stuff
yeah,
like
and
that.
it's very normal. More you get, the more
The more
haters
success you
get.
get.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, as my psychologist says, like it's a tax that you pay for your success. I'm like, okay, so think about it as a tax that you
Oh
pay.
gosh. Okay.
Yeah. How much do you think your personal brand has influenced your salon's business? I think you're very good at that. You have a very strong self-brand situation,
Shout out to
and
my content
and
manager.
you have a content manager who helps.
So when I first
Ooh.
started, she was my photographer. I would hire her, and anytime I needed like a content session, something recorded, and she would come take the pictures. She would record the things, but she would give me all the content, and I was putting it together when I was social. And then she started doing the social media, and it was things where I was like, I don't know if I can afford that. But I tell people the two people I will make sure I pay every month is my accountant and my social media manager. So now we schedule it. She'll come, film, take pictures. She plans the entire content. It's to the point now where I'm like, I used to be involved in Instagram, but it's like I just go in and
Delegation.
approve it, and I'll shoot her an idea, or like she's like, oh, I want to do this for November. So I look like what she does because I haven't seen anyone in our area, but I love her to death. Like she stuck with me forever.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's very important because many people don't really pay attention to a self-brand and the branding yourself. They just chaotically do whatever, but
Yeah.
it's not that. You really need to understand your values in business, what you put out there and what you're promoting. And that's how people connect because we don't really just sell service or service or product. It's an emotional need behind that as well. Like you're not just selling nails, you're selling confidence.
Because your content is educational.
Mine is
So
educational for more
anytime
professional.
I see
Yes.
something where you're giving tips, I send it to the team. Like, save this, read this. I'm
Nice.
still reading it. Like, when you did the accents class, I still haven't watched the whole video from the master class you did. That's how behind I am on stuff.
But no, because you're so busy with everything, I understand.
Yeah.
But you taught how to use accents.
But the accents, because I'm like, I've been using it, but I want to understand, like, what product to use with this. So that was great.
The reason I have developed this masterclass for accents, I get so many DMs and people emailing me from online store. They buy product and they don't know how to work with it. They're like, hey, this is what's going on. And I'm like, you know what? I don't have this free time to just give consultations.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be making this masterclass. It's complete guide. And you know what? I was surprised that people from Norway, from Australia bought this. I was like, that's the power of speaking
That's
English.
How you have a reach. That's good.
I was like, what? And then they sent a month or 2 months later because they received retention guide as well with this whole product. They told me, oh my gosh, Yuliya, my whole understanding of the brand has changed. and I have no issues. It's like it truly is. If you work with professional brand, you really need to know the technology behind the brand. It's not like I just play around and
Yeah.
no, you need to be very specific in technique. But you know that because you have learned from classes, previous classes already.
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't wait to learn. I have a new tech. I need to train her on Russian manicure, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait till I come back from class because I know I'm gonna learn something new that we don't know.
You're gonna upgrade your
Yes.
class. What's the philosophy or message you want your salon to send to clients?
I guess when people hear about us and what I appreciate most that they notice, and really our mission is our focus on nail health, like educating the clients, because people are just so used to traditional nail services. So it's like when we come in and we educate them, they're like, oh wow, and they appreciate that, and that's
Of course.
that's what makes them return to us. So yeah, that's what I like to put out.
Because that's what builds trust with clients. They trust you when you're educating them, when you put the health as a priority.
Yes.
I agree, because we had clients who would come with bad onycholysis on the toenails, and you need to clean this up. It's like you need to remove all that dead part.
Yeah.
It's not gonna grow on its own. And they're like, we used to, because we don't have podiatry license or podiatry elements, we say, you know what, we really recommend you to go to podiatrist. And they're like, no, just put the gel polish. We're like, no, we're not gonna do that. They get upset with us. We're like,
They
no,
will.
we're not
I
gonna.
created a when you do your forms, disclaimer, a polished
Yes.
disclaimer, especially my medical clients
Yep.
where I know they need a podiatrist. I'm like, just so you know, we're not going to put polish on. And yeah, they may be disappointed. And I'll tell them, you want to go use your own polish, what you do at home is on you, but I think it's best that we just, leave it.
We also have the paperwork that they need to fill out if they do something we recommend it and they still demand on something. What I would never do when we see like bad cases, we're like, well, we're not gonna touch you. I'm sorry. You need to get a.
You won't touch the cases.
Yeah, you need I need the paperwork from your doctor, please, and then we will decide what we do next.
Okay.
Was it scary at first to put yourself out there online? Like coming out, how you do your videos on Instagram? Because a lot of people have that scarcity. They're like, I don't want to be showing myself on camera.
It was a little different in the beginning because I'm always going down my page, just looking at how it changes over time. And I saw videos from like last year, and it's like I'm at the mic and I'm reading a script. But I feel like now I'm putting more of my personality. So it becomes easy because we'll plan the content, and some things will be planned, and then some things we like, oh, well, let's say this. So it just becomes a little more easier. But I'm like, I was sounding like a commercial back then.
Me too. But it's always hard at the beginning. And then you learn and it's easier. What my fear was that if I'm going to put myself out there, that people going to think like I'm not perfect enough, like I don't have a perfect body. I have like a scars of my acne on my face. But now it has changed. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm going to put myself out because I want to be me, because I do accept myself the way I am.
Yeah.
Like there is a total acceptance. Once I turned like around 40, I'm 41 now, like it's total acceptance.
Yeah.
Like it's like you see life differently. It's not like when you were in 20s.
Same, because in the beginning I'm like, well, my makeup or my hair is in a certain way. I don't want to get on camera. But I feel like the best shoots are when I'm just my natural self.
I have some girls DMing me saying, oh, you're so confident, you come out and you do live and you're so confident. I was like, girl, I was not confident.
Right.
First few times I was shaking and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this anymore. But on the third, fourth time I felt more comfortable and I was like, you know what, I need to do it.
Yeah.
But you know what they say? Like, I don't want to show my pictures on Instagram. I don't want to show myself on Instagram. Like, how you do it? It's like...
And you want to know what's crazy? I tell people all the time, we get the most interactions with our content when people see you on camera. If I record a time lapse of me working, they love that. And I tell the girls, people like to see who's behind their page,
True.
you know? So
True.
just be yourself.
Exactly. I think Because Instagram puts too much pressure on women to look perfect and be perfect, and that's why we have this podcast right now with you to show what really is
Right.
going on in beauty industry, and what really is going on with business owners. That everything is not as perfect as it looks. There's so much involved, and then not only that, about mostly about looks. They are afraid to put themselves because they think that they're not beautiful enough.
That's
And
crazy.
in its saddest part, it's like so sad, and it's coming from most beautiful girls too. It's like
That is
like what are you doing?
crazy.
Like, did you see yourself? Like, look how beautiful you are. And it's not about that. It's
Yeah.
about inner beauty too. When you genuine and you talk like that and you show your energy, I think people can. You know what works for us
What?
when we do lives, and our last live was so great. We had so many connections with other people, and we laughed. We were discussing all kind of problems. We were showing the whole sequence of new technique. It's actually for we have changed our skills upgrade class. It's amazing. It's like
Really?
a latest technique.
I was
But
out of town, but my girls, they watched it. They were like, I'm going to try to catch it if I'm not with the client. So, yeah.
yeah, it
And
was great.
speaking of perfect, not just individuals who are creating a brand, but techs too. Because I have a few techs that will come and say, I just want it to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. When they say that, I say, no one's perfect. Nothing is perfect. All you can do is practice to make yourself better. Like, nothing is perfect.
Nothing is
And I
perfect.
feel like that's why people beat themselves up, because I used to be that way. I want to have the perfect manicure. Like, no. So when they come in an interview and say I'm a perfectionist, I'm like, no, we don't say that.
Yeah.
No, nothing's perfect.
100%. Because if you think like that, you're gonna be beating yourself up all the time.
Yep.
And how my business coach said to me, if you do your job 80%, it's already excellent. If you aim in 120%, you're burning out. So when you become a business owner and you look at the things and you're seeing your team performance 80%, it's excellent.
Okay.
Because most clients, they don't see nails like we do. They come for more for experience, for the way we make them feel. Rarely you would have somebody who's going to be going zooming in. And but again,
I had a new client like that in a new location. She's from Canada. And she like, I go to this Russian lady. I go back home. She's a college student. I go back home to get my nails done. And I found you. She's like, so I'm so particular about my nails. And I was like, my gosh. And the
I
whole
know.
time I'm doing it,
I
she
know.
like staring at them. And she was like, oh my God, these look amazing. I was like, thank God. Because again, people probably look at my work and our work and be like, oh, they're perfection. Like, their work is perfect. No.
No.
When clients
You
tell me
get the
that stuff,
best work.
listen.
Actually, yeah, if I have something, I'm not afraid to show everything. Like, that's why we use macro lens, because I feel like but again, there are skills like you can learn, but it's never going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Never. There's always room for more and more to learn more. So yeah. How did you figure out your pricing and commission system when you first started?
I'm still figuring that out.
You still figure?
By making mistakes. Because again, in the beginning, I was going by what they say, what they do at traditional salons and giving them 60% of the business. And then I learned this week that salons are making them bring masks, gloves, their gel lamp,
Are you serious?
e-file, and all their supplies. I think this lady said her daughter worked at a spa, and the only thing they provided was the sugar scrub for like pedicures, and that's it. But she had to bring everything.
And
So
how
I'm-
much they paid for if Tex would bring everything for
60%. So most salons are known to do 60-40. So
Oh,
I was
wow.
doing that in the beginning, and then people are like, no, you provide all
Yeah.
this stuff. You're doing social
Yeah.
media, you're doing this, you're doing that.
Yeah.
Provide
Yeah.
uniforms.
There's a
So,
lot of
yeah.
expenses with salon.
And I'm still going back and forth because, again, you see business coaches online like, well, maybe you should pay hourly. So I'm working with that because, again, I want my people to be happy. I want to make sure I'm paying them enough. But, again, it still has to make sense. We don't want to cheat ourselves.
Yep. You know what I figured out, because I do numbers too. I love seeing all this financial situation. I was not financially educated before. I'm learning as well.
I'm learning.
And what I realized that what we pay, we have a different system right now, and it's working perfectly right now. I
Really?
can share with you later
Okay.
on because it's something that works for us, and I'm gonna share it with you definitely. And I did also 50%, 60%, but it's not working, unfortunately. It's
Right
not
now we're
working.
on tiered.
Tier is the best way to go.
Because I have one girl and like, if she want 50%, she's going to work to get it. So,
I think it's because we have way too many expenses behind. It's just unbelievable with equipment breakages, with all of that. It's list
and we
goes
have to
on and
replace it. My business coach has me doing my budget. I was embarrassed on the call because she was like, well, why is this number so high? So these are things, again, that no one taught us. We're figuring it out. So, yeah.
if I knew that in the beginning, everything would be so different. But again, I still am grateful for everything I'm going through
Right.
because that's how you learn, by making mistakes.
Yeah.
And then when you mentor someone, because you already went through this whole shenanigans, you're like,
Yes.
they're like, oh, okay. And then you see how they skip that part, not making mistakes, and they reach the goal faster. It's amazing
Yeah.
because your system works. What's one financial mistake you wish someone warned you about?
I feel like, and this is what I'm just recently learned, because lately, well, for the past 2 going on 3 years, it's been put it back into the business. So I was just spending money so freely, like, oh, I want new dust collectors. Of course, I want to make the spa better, but just really learning and having a budget, because again, it's like just take a break for a second. So I feel like learning the finances early on, if you can.
Yes. I also recommend that because you're going to avoid so many things. For me, it was commission-based tier situation that I created, and it's working perfectly right now.
Okay.
Before was like,
Yeah.
I was rubbing it off myself and giving away. And what I noticed, that those nail techs, nail techs, who charge much less, let's say they charge about $60, working in a studio, they have so many expenses.
Yes.
And it's harder for them to be a solopreneur because marketing becomes like, whoa. What's your secret to keeping your calendar constantly full? So it's Instagram, I think, because you
Yeah.
guys are pretty good with your
Showing
Instagram.
people, what I
And
do.
being active on Instagram, this is what I learned too.
Right, because you know what? Instagram, because like we were talking about the universe and putting things out there. I kept saying last year, I just want to focus on feet and do less nails. And I was speaking of the, medical pedicures. And that's all I'm full with, to the point where I had to pass my nail clients on because people were trying to get in. But that was just educating, putting it out there on social media, and letting people see the feet that I was working with. So, yeah.
How much responsibility do you think your team should have in promoting the salon?
Ooh, that's something we're going to work on too. I feel like it should be a big part because you see Instagram posts, educational stuff, and it's like, and the business coach I'm working with, she has it to where they should be posting like at minimum 3 times a week on their Instagram. And yeah, that just goes back to us learning from staffing, because you have some that's active on Instagram and putting themselves out there, and then you have some that just become complacent and like, well, the door is going to swing, I'm going to be booked regardless. But I feel like social media is important. Not only should we show your work on the page, but you should put it out there as well to recruit new clients, not just for yourself, but also for the business.
It's true, but I think my nail techs, they don't care about that because they're comfortable coming in knowing that they're going to get clients no matter what, because they know it's on my shoulders, that responsibility. For me, I feel like...
But it's not always busy.
Yeah, but the thing is, for nail techs, is what kind of customer service they give.
Yeah.
If they're not giving that customer service, and I tell them, when I hire someone, I talk to them about all kind of things, about tier, commission thing, and then I say, listen, I'm going to do everything to bring that client to you, but it's up to you if that client returns.
Rebooks with you.
Because I have a metric system, I have analytics where I can see if they're coming back or not. Because for me, if your retention rate is less than 60%, I'm going to investigate what's going on. Is it a technique you're doing wrong? Is it the customer service? Because for them, it should be a customer and also upselling other services in the salon. That should be on them as
I
well.
feel like
Because it should
upselling
be
and retail.
a
They
retail.
stay away from that. And I'm like, that's
Yep.
extra money.
Yep.
Not just extra money, but education is important in telling the client, use this when you get home. And I feel like that builds trust.
Trust, and also it's less work for you, and they feel more comfortable because they're better taken care of. Like, imagine if you haven't cream for cracked heels and they come every month and you have to do it over and over again. But if she was treating that at home, it would be so much better,
So much better. They see it.
easier and
And that's
faster.
why I'm the only one selling retail, because I'm like, use this. And they're like, I can't believe my feet. This stuff really works. And I'm like, yeah. So that just could be something where, again, people may not be comfortable because things come easy for us. And I know I used to work in retail, and we used to have to ask people to apply for a credit card. And yes, I don't like being a salesperson because people will say no, but you will get a few no's until someone finally says
But
yes.
you can learn a few things to be a
Yeah.
good salesperson. And I think like nail artists can do that. They can use that advantage. I'm gonna be creating mini classes for my personnel, for my administrators, because they're also responsible for retail and stuff. Yeah, and selling, upselling. They
You know
have
where I've
to.
been learning a lot of my business stuff from? My friend that I've been working with, she owns a med spa. And the way she runs business, like, I shout her out all the time, but I kind of play off of that and watch others, and I'm like, yeah, because that's important. If you treat it like skincare,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
because I'm leaving from my facial, and they're like, oh, well, use this at home, and of course I'm buying it.
Of course.
So then when I run out, I'm like, oh my God, I'm out of my stuff. So yes, yes.
Upselling, it's a great financial boost for your business. What booking system do you use, and what made you choose the system?
We just switched to Mevo.
Mibo?
I was using Square for years. Square just didn't offer enough because, again, how I want to elevate the business, how you're talking about
Yep.
metrics. I couldn't get those reports. I couldn't tell anyone how many clients I serviced in a month. The reports were just limited in Square for what I had.
Maybe you had a different subscription plan.
Maybe, but Mevo, the reports are on steroids.
Oh,
It-
wow.
Payroll has been down to the penny. Like, I can go in and, like you said, what's their rebooking percentage? It's going to tell me when the client checked out if they rebooked them there that day. Like, so I've only had it a month. Still getting used to it. I like it. It was between them and Boulevard.
Okay.
So my friend, the location I'm working in, I used their system while Mevo was getting ready. So it's little things that I tell Mevo. Well, I saw that Boulevard had this. I wish you guys had it, but Mevo had just sold me on something that I thought that I wanted for the business. So yeah, I like it so far. It's a lot to learn,
Yeah.
but yeah.
We use Square, but we're considering different system maybe because we outgrew that.
Look into Mevo or Boulevard.
Yeah, because I think Square is more for retail, is what I understand.
yeah.
It's not really for beauty professionals. I wish there was a better system
Mm-hmm.
that offers email marketings, CRM systems. Square is not that
Yeah,
up the game
because
yet.
I had other systems like for my email marketing. Although they will do the text or email, it's just I was finding other like third parties to use.
But yeah, for now it's working fine. At least we can have some reports and it working okay. But
Yeah.
it's not the best for us yet. So we do look for something else too. Do you think a salon can survive today without online booking or website?
No,
I don't believe
if you
so.
want new clients,
I honestly, when I see profiles like DM for appointment, I'm like,
that's work. Because some people don't have boundaries and they'll text you in the middle of the night. Sometimes I have to stop myself if I see a message come through and it's 9:30. I felt bad because I was up late in bed and I emailed this lady. I'm like, I know she sleep. She'll get it in the morning. And she was like, you're up late sending emails. And I was like, I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, so no. online, and some people like convenience, and like we said, the type of clients you attract. Because I do see the posts online where people like, no, I don't want to make an appointment, I just want to walk in. But then you have some people that's like, look, I want to set my appointment and know this is going to be my time. And me, I'm doing a million and one things. So if I could do
Exactly.
something from my if someone was to say call to book an appointment over the phone, I'm not going to book. I'm not. I would just rather do it
I
from my
think
phone.
booking an appointment for nails should be as easy as ordering food online. Come on.
Yeah.
They should have, but we also have automated phone systems. So when they call, it gives them prompts, like if they want to make an appointment, and it's going to give them, or if they want to speak, because there's some people that they need
They
to
do.
speak to a person.
Yeah.
And it's totally fine. I'm not going to say, hey, I'm going to be accepting that person. I think it's totally fine. How much has technology changed the way you run your salon?
Hmm. I say a lot. When I place better systems in order, it just makes running the salon easier. Yeah.
Us too. With technology, we can grow much faster and scale much faster,
Yeah.
for sure, because technology is playing a huge role in the beauty industry now. So, and I'm
Especially
thinking,
now with AI, it's crazy. Like any booking system you go to now, you could put in a service description. It's like generate an AI description. It's in everything.
exactly. So I don't know. I guess when they work for themselves, they don't really have time to explore this, but it's possible
Yeah.
to automate things so you don't have to be distracted on messages when you work with your client.
Exactly.
What tools or systems saves you the most time right now?
Having a receptionist.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, just someone to send an email, set up the email
Yep.
marketing, answering the phone. Because it was a time where I was answering the phone,
Yep.
doing the nails, doing everything.
Yeah.
So I would say receptionist and a better system, a better
Yeah.
booking system.
Us too, having an administrator, because we do need an administrator.
Oh, and social
Usually, the
media.
rule is when you have 5 employees, you need to have one administrator for 5 employees
Okay.
to run everything smoothly
Yeah.
and with good customer. Because my girls, they focus on customer service. Like it's something that I'm struggled with myself. Like I'll give you an example. If somebody is desperately needs to talk to the owner of this place, and I'm like, okay, what can possibly happen in this
Right.
world? And she's like, my color on my hands is like half shade, it's darker than on my toenails. And I'm like, who chose this color? Me. And I'm like thinking, like, I have so many other things to think about, and I
Yeah.
wish I had this problem in my life. And I get so aggravated, and I'm like, you know what? I can't deal with people. I can't have that. Like, it's like the things I'm taking care of is like far different from what you're telling me
And
right
then when
now.
your staff would need you, that's
Yeah,
why I'm like, I can't
exactly.
answer
And
the
I have an
phone.
administrator, and why are you demanding to speak to me? I'm not resolving these issues. I'm resolving other issues. So I learned about myself that I cannot deal on that level with people. I was beating myself up and everything, but I was like, you know what? I need to delegate that part on administrator because she's better with all. She has more patience because the way my brain runs and how fast it goes,
Yeah.
it's like stopping the brake in the middle of like a speed, like what? Like it just
Yeah.
like that. And I don't want to shame anyone. I understand it's a problem for
Yeah.
her, but it's not a problem for me. So that's why I
Or it
decided,
doesn't
you know
have to
what?
be handled at that level.
Exactly. And that's why I decided, you know what? I'm going to be hiring people who are good at that, who can deal with that, because I clearly, like, you can see in my face is
Yeah.
like you can't deal with clients like this, with face like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm not
Right.
the best. It's my weak spot. So I'm going to be delegating to someone who's good at it. If someone's opening a salon today, what's the first piece of technology they need to set up? A booking system, of course, I think.
Booking system. Because that just always seems to take
Yeah.
the longest.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you have to get the
Yep.
services, set the pricing, do all the things behind the scene. Because once you open, that's how you're going to bring your
Because
clients in.
you would spend more time sending back and forth same messages And I would say it's better to sit and use ChatGPT to help you to set up like Square Appointment,
Yeah.
because I think Square Appointment doesn't even charge a single artist. You need to pay for, if you have a team, 5 and more people, you pay more, so you have better bonuses from the system. Do you use AI tools like ChatGPT in your business?
I do. And I know some people be like, stop using it. It's bad. Sorry. But I do. Like, if it's an email, because again, I could sit here and type up all the words, or I'm like, compose this email for me, create this contract, reword this. I use chat every day.
It's a huge win for
Even to
business
the point
owners.
I want to incorporate like packages in my services, and I'm trying to make it make sense, and I'm giving it examples, and it's like, okay, this will be beneficial, do this and this. So I use it.
Hugely. I love ChatGPT. I love it, especially because English is my second language. It's like, yes. Yes,
Yes.
thank you, God. And I'm like looking at this, like, oh, don't use it. I don't use it for my personal things that
Yeah.
much. It's more for business. And I can tell you, in the past year, I was able to scale much faster because of ChatGPT.
Yes.
Like, do you have paid option or
I think I do.
free
I think I
option?
pay like $20 a month.
Yeah,
And then
that's
like
what it
the
is.
coaching class I'm in, she has like her own version. So if I go in there and be like, is there a contract available? Yeah. How she did that, I don't know. I haven't used it yet, but I'm like, that's dope.
My ChatGPT, I have a paid one, and the latest version is ChatGPT 5, and it's like it knows everything about my business. It's like
Yes.
so trained perfectly by me. I'm like, whoo.
Especially
It's like,
when I go on the web and it's not logged in, because if it's logged in your profile, it knows you versus you just asking it something. So yeah.
so it, yeah. Do you think beauty professionals should start learning AI now or wait?
Now.
No, yeah. And the thing that you said, like somebody, oh, don't use it. I think they have a right to believe negative things about it. It's okay. But as far as it helping me with business, I'm gonna be using that.
And it's like it's one of those things where we can't control it. People aren't going to stop using it. Now, when it comes to, you get on Facebook and people are doing those where they put their face and they let it. I don't mess with that. I don't like that facial recognition stuff. Now, I'm not playing with that. But yeah, it's like, no. So yeah, definitely learn it now.
I think some people who are going to be delaying that, and they would start, let's say next year, they're going to be already so behind because you yourself, so you become an engineer when you work, an architect when you
Right.
work with ChatGPT. You learn, you have to be creative, you learn how it works. And then you and I've been using ChatGPT for at least a year.
You're right.
Ever since it came out, I started to use it and I took classes for it. And the way it works for me, it's like, whoa, it's like blue, it's like sky is the limit
Yeah.
for real. It's like, whoa, the things it can do, it's unbelievable.
Crazy.
How do you see salons changing in the next 5 years with technology and AI?
I feel like they'll go hand in hand because, like I was saying, in the booking systems, they have it now to where, okay, we can make it easier for you. You don't have to sit here and write the descriptions. We've done that before, trying
Yep.
to word things to make it sound professional, where now we could tell it what we wanted to say and then, boom, put it here. We'll have AI rewrite it for you. So, yeah, that's what I mean. It's in everything.
It's in
And if you're
everything.
not up on technology, you're already behind.
And I think most booking systems are going to be integrated with AI, and that's going
They
to be a
are.
huge help for many, many things. And especially if it's going to be with answering automated messages with
Yep.
clients going back and forth. And because that speed we go with ChatGPT, I mean, with AI is like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
So I do see lots of potential. And that's why
5 years from now, I wouldn't be surprised if they would have it to where it would go ahead and set up your whole system for you.
like easy. I think it's capable in 5 years. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be capable of. And so I think right now is most important to become an architect in AI, learn these skills, because if you're not going to be learning in the next few months, you're going to be way behind.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Why do you think jealousy is common among women in beauty industry?
I feel
I
like
would say like more competition because I heard a lot.
hmm
I've heard a lot from students and some women like, oh, there's such a competition in the beauty industry. And it's like,
I feel like one, society, and two, just like you going back to you saying talking about psychology is people who they are. Because I meet women who you connect with, you talk to, and y'all are on the same mission. And then you have some other people who just may not like themselves.
yep,
So seeing someone else do great, it's hard for them to applaud that and congratulate it. So I feel like that's just jealousy. That's a part of your character. I feel like.
it is, it's a normal human emotion,
Hmm.
how I see it. And it's natural to have it. But how you deal with, how you handle it,
Yeah.
it's a different thing. Like for me, when I see a woman who is doing much better than myself, in the beginning, before I was like, oh, how she could do that. But now I have learned that I actually can look at her and be motivated.
Yeah.
I'm going to be turning that into motivation
Listen.
and following her and saying, oh, that works for her. Maybe it will work for me as well. But in my own authentic way,
Mhm.
I'm not going to be repeating, obviously, and copying everything like a,
Yeah. But that's
but
again,
turning
that's
that into
motivation
motivation.
and
Yeah.
goals. Like I've been following you, and you put up one day how you had a personal chef
Yeah.
to make your meals, and I'm like, this is goals. Or when you go get your
IV, yeah,
IV,
vitamin. Oh, my
and you
vitamin
like, I
IVs.
spend this
Oh,
on it. A lot of women would take that as bragging. I didn't take it as bragging. You showed it as this is how I take care of
yes.
myself so I can be the
Yep.
best version of me.
Yep.
So I'm like, that's go. Just sitting here, you saying, I don't do nails anymore.
I don't do nails.
That's goals.
My goal is to manage business
Yes.
as much as possible on the best I
Hmm.
could. Of course, I'm not gonna be perfect, and I'm
Right.
not gonna beat myself up for that. I allow myself to make mistakes. That's
Hmm.
another thing, you know. Allowing yourself to make a mistake is huge. It's okay, but
Yeah.
yeah, as you said, it's not like bragging, but rather than showing that you can actually organize your
Hmm.
life in a way that you can focus on
And
business.
you can kind of point out a mean girl. I hate to say it. You can. Like, it's again, that's personal. That's just who some people are. Choosing to deal with them, that's your choice. But I know how to stay away. Like, no, I don't like that. So I'm not gonna follow it.
Do you believe women in beauty can truly collaborate instead of competing?
Yes. I've done it. I do it. My friend, she was like, y'all don't have a nail community where y'all come together, and I'm like, besides you, no. I want to make friends in the industry. Like near me, of course, I have women in different states, other people that I talk to on Instagram, but I'm like, I would like a community in my area where we can meet up and collaborate and become better. Like, why not?
I think you're on that route right now. I think you know, when it's working the best when you have a school, when you teach people
Mhm.
outside, not just your employees, but outside of your salon setting. When you have students, that's how you create a community. I have many students with whom I created this beautiful connections,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna do everything to help them. Once I was dealing with them, I'm gonna be always supporting them.
Right.
And then when I see other women doing well, I feel good,
Mhm.
actually.
Me too.
So it's not really a competition for me because this is how I see it. Like this universe has so much.
Mhm.
It's abundant with money, clients, blessings.
Right.
And once you see it, like blessings come your way. It truly works. Like it's
By
amazing.
helping people. That's how when I do any class, I've taken so many classes. So I'm giving them everything I've learned over time in one. Just imagine if they took the route I took, they would have to take numerous classes. So I love that because it's taught me so much over time. So I'm like, yeah, here, take all of this. So yeah.
How important is it for you to build a supportive community around your salon?
Supportive with other business owners or just the
With
community, like our
around salon
clients.
with with clients, because I do see it like it works in our It also, our clients are also like a community of women, because when I, as you said, when I post things like I do my vitamin IVs, they text me, my salon clients, they're like,
Right.
oh, where do you go? Like, do you really recommend? What do you do? And then
Yeah.
that creates that kind of like,
People
they're
will,
like,
that does make sense because clients, whether they're new or moving, they're like, who does your hair? Who does this? And that I like to consider myself resourceful. And again, I want to see other businesses thrive. So I'm not a gatekeeper. So I'm like, yeah, go here for this, go here for that. So yeah, that's definitely important because I feel like the same way I'm sharing that with them, those clients share my business with the community, and that's how we gain, more clients because they appreciate what we do.
true. And then also I was getting things like from our clients, you know what, I was watching you doing this and that, and it's motivated me to do this and that in my business, and it's not related to beauty at all. And I think that's what creates that community and that collaboration with women. And even with employees, like I like to motivate them. I think my purpose is to motivate people. Like I'm good at it,
Yeah.
because this is what I like to do. Like, okay, let's do this. I
Yeah.
have million of ideas I can share. It's like my husband is like, oh my gosh, like where you get this
When
from?
does it turn off?
It's like,
Right. It's scary.
do you think a salon can be more than just a work place? Maybe even a safe space for women?
Definitely. That's why I do like to host events and bring people together, not just for nails. Like the little pop up shops we do, they may not be coming in for nails, but that's a chance for other business owners to meet each other. Like, come shop, meet other businesses, other owners, meet each other, and just giving them a place, just whether it's something small to do, and meeting other women. So I do like to host
I
and put
love
things
it.
together.
I
Yeah,
think I want to do something like that as well.
you should.
And invite clients, other women, whoever, just open house
Yes.
for whatever. That's a great idea. I'm gonna definitely do that. What role does self-esteem play in how beauty professionals treat each other?
Like we said, the confidence, or being
Confidence.
confident, and then, like I said, not being a mean person. You know?
I think true confidence is when not only you accept yourself the way you are, you don't give any about what people think about you.
Or trying to be something you're
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
exhausting.
yeah. It's exhausting. It's not like, that's why I don't hang out with people who don't share my values in life.
Yeah.
Like things about like a true self-esteem is like being like honest with yourself first of all, and I think people sense that. They're like, and that's how, I don't know, but also we create confidence by creating the beauty, and it's the
True.
best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Create beauty in the world, because we're not just giving nails, we create confidence, feeling of sexy, because I feel sexy with my fresh manicure.
Listen.
That's why I do it every 2.5 weeks maximum. I'm not gonna go 3.5 because they don't look sexy anymore.
Listen, I'm just now getting to the point where I can maintain them. Because again, when it was just myself, I'm like, I'm not doing nails all day and then doing my own. So now the girls, if I could get in their chair, I will.
What mindset shifts help women stop seeing each other as a competition?
Just changing your belief. Like, I believe we all can win. Like you said, there's room for everyone.
For everyone. And not only that, I feel like when we're supportive and when we team up, we're stronger and we move
Yes.
faster.
Yes.
And I think my employees now, they do feel it,
Mm-hmm.
because that's how I started. It's not only me in this equation.
Right.
I'm maybe a leader. I see it as an ecosystem, and in this ecosystem, everyone has a place
Right.
and a role to play. And it's not necessarily that you need to be a business owner,
Right.
because it's not right for everyone, and not a lot of people can handle that. I'm not saying I'm best than
Right.
anyone else, better than anyone. I'm not saying that. I'm
Right.
saying just that ecosystem. It's like a whole system where everyone is doing something, and that whole system is creating a truly beautiful experience for clients and the team. So I do see that as a mindset shift. And
Yeah.
if people understand that with team, you can move faster.
Yes.
Even with my girls, if they want to teach nails, I'm going to support them. I'm going to create everything for them to have that class.
Wow.
Rather than them being on their own, creating this whole marketing system,
Right.
doing everything from the beginning. Because when you teach classes, it's like It's a whole different thing that you need to create, and it's not easy.
Right.
You really need to take, like, for example, me, to launch a school, like, officially, professionally, I had to take a really expensive course in marketing with producer who would teach me.
Right.
I was then testing this whole system for 6 months. Like my golden rule,
Right.
I learned something, I tested for 6 months. If it's working, I'm going to share it with someone. If it was working with them, I'm going to be publicly sharing that, you know? So that's how I work.
Okay. You
I
gotta
don't
you have
just,
to test it, then you have them
Yep.
test. So yeah, everything gets a system.
yeah, and a team. No, for real,
Yeah.
because with team, it's so much better. What's mindset shift helped you survive the toughest moment as a salon owner?
I guess just believing in my purpose, really, because yeah, like last year, I went through a breakup, and the business was new, so I was like, ooh, now I have to pay my mortgage and run a salon and pay rent here. So it was scary, but as things just improved and got better, it was like, okay, this is where you belong. Like, this is your purpose. So once I shifted, because I could have been scared and felt like, oh, I'm not going to make it. My business is going to fail. But just really believing in myself. So I feel like that's what made me stronger and really fueled that fire.
That's beautiful. For me, it was when I was getting divorced from my ex-husband. I was in such a financial hardship. It was like minus $40,000 in debt. It was so bad.
Wow.
And people were telling me, you should sue him, you should go get alimony and all of that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be changing my... I'm not going to be anymore in this victim mentality. I need to quit victim mentality.
Yes.
Same as you.
Yeah.
I needed to regroup myself
Yes.
and do it.
And come
I
up
was
with
like,
a
you know, I'm
plan.
not gonna waste my energy on lawyers, and I didn't, honestly, I didn't have money to go to a
Right.
lawyer or do anything. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna figure out the way to get out of this. And I gave myself 2 years to stand on my 2 feet.
Wow.
And one of the the motivations were to become a top artist in Miami. I gave myself 6 months to become a top artist in Miami because that was a point where I could do anything from that point.
Yeah.
So that was a quitting that victim mentality for me. Like, you're not a victim.
Yeah.
You're a creator of your own life.
Exactly.
And it's working. You can get out of such hardship and build from zero, even from minus whatever.
Yes, and that is a mind shift change because it's like overcoming the things that I've dealt with in the short time span of opening the business. It's to the point where I hear people complain. And I just tell myself, like, you can't help anyone that doesn't want to help themselves.
True.
You can't. So, yeah,
I
talking
think
about it.
victim mentality is like, it's the most
Yeah,
toxic thing you can
it's
do to yourself. It's
draining.
draining. It's you just stuck in that. Like if you're like, and then once you shift that perspective, once you shift that whole thing, magic is happening.
Yes. Life got better.
It's amazing how it works.
It is.
How do you usually handle stress when business gets overwhelming?
I take a break because I don't want to get burned out. So just stepping back. But it's like the universe just always works it
Yep.
out because it could be a day where I might have a full day stack and I have so much I know I need to do. And then magically I get like a cancellation or something. And I'm like, thank you, God.
See, that's
Because I needed
because
this
you
time
need it.
away. So yeah.
Me too. I desperately need at least one day to myself, meaning one day off, whereas nobody is around me, not my husband, not my kids. It's just me doing my own things. Like my psychologist even said, you know what, you can just go and buy lingerie, because I felt like I don't have that connection with my feminine self anymore, because
Right.
you work so much and you lose that feminine essence of yourself. And I was like talking to her about that, and she's like, you know how you can return? Make yourself a day off, go get a lingerie. You need to feel it on your skin. It's like a textile, how you say, like a sensory feeling, because that's how you bring this energy back. And then I started doing hot yoga, and yoga also connects with that feminine
Yes.
essence.
Okay.
And then not only that, you know what really helps me when I'm really overwhelmed?
Mm-hmm.
Not such a day off, because when I have a day off, I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna do it so bad. I'm gonna start the writing new class.
Yes.
It's like I can't.
But
This
I'm
is
getting to the point where I'm like, put the computer up, watch a show. Just
yeah,
do something.
yeah, a movie. I love really beautiful aesthetic movies, like not only like psychological dramas, like
Mm-hmm. But it's still
Pride and
hard.
Prejudice, like
Mm-hmm.
everything. Like you watch this Keira Knightley, she's so young and so beautiful, and you see her lashes, and she has like mascara effect, and I was like how we can get it? And then I go to my lash tech, and I was like, you know what, we need to recreate something like that, like natural looking without mascara.
And she like, where are you getting
And
this
she's
from?
like, yeah, we're gonna do it. And guess what? LED lash extensions is something that we have right now,
See?
and we do that. Like, and it's like giving you that
I've been
exact
seeing
aesthetic.
it. Like the larger city outside of where we're from, I've seen a few people there doing it, and I'm like, how does that work?
Yeah, because you extend your bottom lashes too. I have these
And they
LED.
stay on.
Yeah. And it's
See?
not a glue, because
Of
I'm
course,
allergic
we're
to
in
everything.
Miami. North Carolina is so behind.
So yeah, that, and then so day off doesn't really work for me. And what really works for me is working out.
Really?
Like this year, I got a personal trainer now.
Mhm.
I do 3 times a week weight training, and we work on my posture.
Yeah.
I looked at myself on some videos I made during the classes. That's why I don't post myself, because I do not like the way my back looks. It's horrible. And it's the price I'm paying for all this hard work I did before for 10 years.
Yes.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm
I
going to
got the
get a
saddle chair
professional.
because of you. I'm like, yeah. I remember you told me about posture, and you
Yep.
was like, we use saddle chairs.
Yep. Yep.
And
We have to take care of that, because if we don't, because everything, like you get this inflammation in your face, it's all from the posture. And I do hot yoga twice a week.
okay.
I need to sweat. When I sweat, I feel like my mind clears. I come
Yeah.
out, and so this workout routine gives me so much energy.
You do feel better.
I'm so productive, and I'm not aggressive, and I'm like channeling this energy. It's like it's totally different. I think it has to do with dopamine level. And there's something when you do muscle training, when you move your muscle, you have so much energy. Like I can't explain it.
I know, because I can barely, it's like if I get the least amount of sleep and I go to the gym, I feel better. Like I'm more productive when I actually get up at 5:30 and make it to the gym at 6. I'm productive throughout the day because I had a head start rather than sitting there laying in bed. Then yeah, it's like I feel more tired throughout the day.
So yeah, like right now I quit boxing because group training is not good for me. Where it's like watching YouTube, like doing a Russian manicure on YouTube. I was like, no, I'm gonna get to the train. I'm gonna be personally training with someone, because I want to get faster results with my posture, and it's amazing. And it's how with any training. When you go in person,
Yeah.
it's different than watching it online.
True. Yeah.
You get faster results like this.
I work out in a group. I like it. It was like 2, 3. I have a lady. It's like 52, strong as I don't know what. And I'm like, your goals when I get older. She is strong, but she keeps me motivated because she's full of energy. She does not miss a day.
I think I quit boxing because it was too much for me. I don't like punching this bag. It's like, it's weird. It's too masculine for me. I was like, no, I have to quit this because, so I'm good with yoga and training. Why do you think mentorship is so important in this industry?
Because we always have something to learn. We don't know everything. And again, learning from someone with experience is great. Because again, I would be lost if I didn't have people I could have conversations with or learn from.
Me too. For sure. It's like a sensei.
Yeah.
If people had that understanding of what this Asian think with sensei and students, because sensei was a student at some point. Sensei made that way already to sensei from the bottom up. And with that respect, and I wish people understood this, that okay, mentor is someone who already made that path. They know exactly what's going on, And if I don't want to fail or make mistakes, I should be looking at the sensei, because I look at the sensei of my child. He goes to Aikido, and there's like a
Right.
that kind of respect thing going on. They all have hierarchy, and it's in the most respectful, beautiful
Oh,
way.
wow.
And it's good for him to learn that, because he understands the value of mentor who has a philosophy
Right.
and knows what is preaching and stuff. So, and for me too, I would say mentally, my psychologist, she's actually mainly a psychologist, a marketer, marketing specialist in beauty. She in Moscow,
Wow.
she's really big, and she works only with nail industry professionals. We're talking about like
See,
who has.
it's only people far away. Like, that's crazy.
And then yeah, I have a contract with her for a year. I paid upfront, and we meet once a week, and she keeps my upstairs
Wow.
checked.
Yeah, you need
Because
that.
the volume of work and the responsibilities, and if we fail or whatever, like whatever going on mentally with me, she like puts me like right there, like I feel amazing.
Sometimes it's just getting it out. It
Yeah.
just makes you feel better.
It's a support, and plus she gives me that guidance that I would never get from anyone, you know, because not a lot of people are that truly supportive of what you do or say, you know, because we have to be careful. And
Especially once you
Yeah.
continue to elevate and reach certain levels.
what would you tell someone who feels stuck but scared to invest in mentorship?
I'm just like, just do it. If it makes sense. Like the post I put up, do your research. Look for green flags before deciding on a mentor. Don't go by what someone posts on the internet. Like, you get, because people, the internet can be a made up place.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
At the
yeah.
end of the day. So just understand what it is that you're looking for. What do you want for yourself? And then try to find that in a mentor. Because again, we don't know everything. So mentorship is important.
I feel like with me, like when I got a mentor, I got faster to my goals. If I was doing it on my own, I would make much more mistakes for
Okay.
sure. But again, if you're looking for a mentor, you should look for cases, because student cases or people, because they can share this kind of material. Some people are okay.
Right.
And even if it's not related to mentors, if I want to work with some marketing agency who does this, and that, I'd be asking, what cases do you have? And I'm going to be personally
Right.
texting these people to see how they did. Because I'm not just going to pay $10,000 to marketing agency who does automations on sales. Because I run into scam situation. There was like, are you serious? Like $10,000 for this funnel, the sales funnel? It's not even like, it's outrageous.
I believe that. I've heard, yeah.
And then I looked at the cases, and it was like made up cases. They were not even real. None
Right.
of them
And
was
some people
real.
are just naive that they're like, well, I want my business to do well, so I feel like I need this. So, yes, research is important, especially when it comes to spending money.
Yeah. And it's like, it's not little money. If you could go back 4 years ago, what advice would you give yourself?
Don't try to do everything at once.
Yep.
I had to find my groove because I was just like, oh, what's that? I could be doing that. I could be doing this. So it's like now I'm more conscious before I make a decision to either learn something new or incorporate something in the business, because it was a time where I felt like I was all over the place. So once I focused on something else, that helped create like my brand or my identity. So yeah.
Like taking one step at a time.
Yes.
Because success is not built overnight.
It's not.
You have to go through. And for me, I think when I was creating some classes, but I didn't make that mistake because I took mentorship on creating the classes and everything. If I was a beginner, probably would be, you really need to learn what people, in general in business, if you want to sell product or service, you first need to do an analytics and know if they really need that service or product.
Okay.
You know what I
So
mean?
looking in a
Because you can
deeper level.
Yeah, you can spend so much money and time investing in that project, and it's not going to work because nobody needs it.
Yeah.
So that's why you do customer development sessions. You learn everything. You need to know your target group, and it's like such a whole thing. It's like it involves so much of knowledge. So I would probably focus on that. And again, as you said, one step at a time,
Yes.
and not to do everything at once. And not to be afraid to delegate things, because we can't do everything our
We
own.
can't.
Because as I said, I may be a business owner, but I'm also a creative person,
Right.
and I need to feed that creativity. That's why I hire people to do things that I don't enjoy doing. I don't, because it's crazy. And I'm so thankful that I have that opportunity.
Right.
But it started again. I started from,
Doing it all.
and I can now do things I truly love. Like creating classes is something I really enjoy. So I create that space
Right.
to sit down and work with myself and ChatGPT and create classes.
Right.
You know, I really love it. I enjoy it. What's the biggest difference you've noticed between people who succeed and people who quit?
That always goes back to ambition or just knowing their goals. Because you have people that may see others doing it and they're not passionate about it. So I feel like those that are passionate are the ones that succeed. Whereas you have some that just look at things like it's a quick money grab.
Yeah, true. I've seen people like that who go into nail industry just for money. It's especially in the beauty, you need to love what you do.
Yeah.
You need to love this craft, and money will come.
Yep.
For sure. And having a visionary, like being a visionary of your own brand, and that's what helps. Because some girls, they don't even know what their target audience is when it comes to clients. Even when I ask, do you know what your ideal client is? And they're like blank.
Right. Like, no.
Okay,
Because
let's
to
work
them
on
it's
that.
like, well, I
yeah.
just do nails. So yeah.
And I think the difference between people who take risk. Because if you're not afraid to take risk, you achieve something.
Yes.
But if you're gonna sit, you're not gonna achieve anything. You're gonna wait for better time. It never comes.
Yes. That's true. That's true.
And but again, like working out of your comfort zone is something I'm so used to now. I'm not comfortable.
Yes.
I like being not comfortable.
Yes. I don't like to get comfortable.
It's not normal to me anymore. Like I'm gonna create a challenge for myself.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
so
okay,
weird.
well, we did that. And not saying we can't enjoy what we have accomplished, but like you said, self-development.
What's your vision for your salon and your team in the next 5 years?
That's what I'm trying to figure out because, again, like where we are, the people, it's like not common. So I get people like, you should franchise this. You should do this. You should do. So I'm like, do I want to do multiple locations? But I know I don't want to be the one going out setting them up. Now, of course, I would like another location, maybe in another state or area where I can, stop in, check in on it. Nail school, I thought about, I don't know. And then I'm like, product. I feel like education, maybe, but I don't know. I know I won't be working, doing the nails, but I want the salon to keep going. And then who knows? I have a vision of maybe opening a larger space and incorporating more services because I don't want to just master owning a nail salon. If I could take it to the next level and open a spa where I want people to come and get their nails done, and then maybe we have an esthetician, you get a facial, like a retreat,
Medical spa is
a
good,
self-care
money-wise.
center.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And it's okay if you don't want to do school, because I'll be honest, I never wanted to have a salon.
Really?
I was against salon from very beginning. It happened organically because people were coming to me because I had so many clients back then. And they're like, I want to learn from you. First of all, I want to do like you. And I know that you have a lot of clients, so you can share them. And I was like, sure. And I was like so against salon. It really is something I did not enjoy having a salon.
Really?
I was all about school. But because it took that course, I had to focus on salon more, not on school. I was like beating myself up because it wasn't something I enjoyed.
But that was the stepping stone because now you could focus on the education.
I'm looking at it differently. Now, because salon is giving me that cash flow.
Yes.
I was like, you know what?
And you've trained enough people up to know
now,
you could teach these techniques and it works.
And once you have a system, once you have a team that works like the whole in the, how do you say, like it's in the mechanical thing, like each of them part works perfectly. It's a totally different story.
Yes.
So now I'm thinking different. I was like, I was wrong about having a salon. I was like really against that idea, but I'm looking at it different. And
Different.
then maybe in the next 5 years, I want to work on school because I do enjoy school so much. Like
Really.
I love sharing knowledge. I love motivating
And that's
people.
the only reason why I'm like, I wouldn't mind a school because, again, I tell people, nail school and the one in our area, they only teach you enough to pass state board. So imagine
Yep.
a nail school that's teaching the more advanced
Yep.
techniques. I would want it to where the students come out and they're ready to work because I've seen students come out of nail school, but they don't even have the basic skills of
Yep.
working in e-file. So
Yep.
then I can't train them.
Yep.
So, if you come out
Same.
prepared, you can succeed. So, yeah.
Same here. Same here. It's amazing. They go to schools. It's sad.
It is.
After all this growth, what does education mean to you now?
Education for me.
Yeah.
Like me as a student or
Yeah, like
teaching.
education, like learning, taking classes, because I take classes all
I'm
the time.
always taking classes. I'm already like, what's the next class I want to take? And I love it because the two girls that I brought here, like, they're excited. So I was like, well, maybe we can find a class in Texas. And one of them like, yeah, like, let's go. So, yeah, I'm always looking like, okay, if I can afford it and I can make it. And I told them today because I like to travel, but I'm like, I'm focused in making the business better. So if I'm taking a trip, okay, so be it. Even if it is for work, I'm still going to find some fun in it. So, yeah, that gives me like that break from work to really just get out and enjoy things. So, yeah, education is important. I'm always a student.
Me too. I'm gonna, even till the end of this,
Listen, I
my
want to
end of
go
the day,
to
I'll be.
another country where they are advanced there and learn something. I don't care.
A lot of people do that actually.
Yeah.
When we had this past live, there was one guy in live. He was like asking questions. He was from Ireland. He went to Moscow to learn.
And I used to say that, like,
Yeah,
I've saw some people in Canada. I like their work. And then England, London.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard that too. Some girls going to London to learn Russian manicure.
And I had a client, she was coming from Australia, and she was like, I was getting the perfect manicure there. And she came back home and she was like, I came to you guys. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm curious. But I don't think I follow or I haven't come across a salon or a tech in Australia yet. So I'm going to have to get on Instagram and find someone because I know someone's out there doing some good work.
Yeah, we had the same situation with my cousins who came from Italy, and I said, "Listen, let me do your manicure." She's like, "No, no, 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 don't do it." I said, "No, let me do it because I've seen her nails. It was like horrible."
So they're not in Italy
And I was
yet?
like, "Yeah, they're in Italy, and she's like celebrity artist." And she said, "You know what? I never found any good Russian manicure specialist in my area." I was like,
Wow.
"In Milan?" I was like, "What?" There are
Maybe
not many people in Italy
I'ma
who
open a cure in Italy.
practice in that craft. That's crazy. I was like, I need to
Yeah.
pay visit to Milano
I used to
and do
always
some
joke
Russian
and say I want to
manicure
go
class.
to Dubai.
And guess what? I did her nails. It was more than 5 weeks ago. She still has them. She's like, I
Wow.
cannot remove them. I feel so bad because I will never get the nails like this. She's like, what did you do to me? Like, why did you do this to me?
Oh.
So yeah, but education plays, like, I used to take many classes for nails. I still do take classes for nails if it's like a dual form, some advanced techniques,
Right.
because Russians are like what they do in back there. It's like
I've
it's
heard
crazy.
it's years ahead of what we're doing here.
But no, I'm gonna tell you this: American girls are like up in the game.
Listen, because when I talk about Russian manicures, I'm like, no, I train with Russian women, and then just looking at the techniques and how you guys teach, and you know what I like that I learned too. You guys are efficient. You don't use a lot of supplies or product. Like you can run the business and not spend a
Yep.
ton of money.
Yep.
So I'm like, I respect that because I was just telling my client whose nails I did last night, I was like, where I'm going, she trained me when I first learned Russian manicure and I'm going back to her. And I was like, she told me so much.
You're gonna learn tomorrow is also like
I'm
how to speed up
excited.
and stuff, because not only that you train people, but also when you have one member in your team who does fast job, let's say Russian manicure in 45 minutes or 1 hour. I'm not saying 45 minutes.
Right.
There are people doing that, but and then you sit other person next to her, she will perform much better.
They do that now. And then what did she say? Oh, so one of the girls said was like, well, why don't she just go learn it and come back and train us? I presented to the whole team like, look, I Yuliya is willing to train the group because, like I told them, you guys may pick up on something or understand something that I may not. I'm hands on, so I don't know. I feel like this is something that we'll practice in until we, because I have a lady, an hour and a half. I trained with Maria after you. And I was like, hey, are you offering dual forms yet? And she was like, no, I don't feel confident, so I'm not teaching yet. And I saw she had someone come in and train her staff. But I appreciate her for being honest because she was a great teacher like you. But I'm like, wow. Because she could have just been like, yeah, come, I'll come show you, you know?
Yeah.
But for her to have a staff, you know, some people would expect that to say, oh, yeah, they know everything.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah.
with efficiency, yeah, I do get that because imagine this: when girls did manicure in 2 hours, now they do it in 1 hour.
Yeah. Okay, our
It's
goal
like-
is gonna be 1 hour. I give them an hour and a half. I take an hour and a
No,
half.
we set 1 hour and a half because it's always somebody's late.
Yeah.
It's always some kind of issue. So 1 hour and a half is good, but they finish in 1 hour and we
Wow.
can work it out.
I'm excited
Most
to
of
learn.
them
Yeah.
do because, as I said, if you put somebody who's slow with fast performer, they're gonna be catching up fast like this.
Okay.
It's working.
Might have
So
to
it's great. Yeah, and
rearrange
about
the seats.
efficiency, yeah, we're not gonna spend anything, but again, yeah, I'm taking not only classes for Russian manicure, but business classes.
Yeah.
I love marketing, and like it's just something I really enjoy doing. And I take many classes, and
Yeah.
it's expensive. I probably could get like 3 lawyers degrees already.
Listen,
Money was spent.
but it's good because it shows up in our business. It does. So I feel like when we invest in the background, it definitely makes a difference in our processes. So yeah.
What message would you love every beauty professional listening to take away from this conversation?
You go first.
It really is about, again, not being afraid to take a risk. If you have a vision,
Yes.
jump for it. Like if you're like seeing a cliff and you're afraid, jump over it.
Okay.
For sure, because if it's not gonna happen to you if you're not gonna make that jump, for sure. And then advancing techniques for sure.
Definitely.
You need to be up to date. If you're not up to date, you're stuck. That's it. You're not gonna earn money because premium prices are coming with advanced techniques.
Yeah.
And it's been working for us. I've seen it. It's not something that I take out from wherever. It's something that I consistently see in business,
Right.
that you need to be up to date with everything. Marketing, techniques, becoming a good leader if you want to have a salon, because it takes a lot of self-development to be that character, to lead the team, and
Right.
not saying, yeah, hey, look at me, it's me. It's not me. You're just a one part of the whole
Right.
ecosystem, as I
Yeah.
said. And leadership is something I enjoy learning because it makes me a better person every day.
Yeah.
If I look back and see myself 4 years ago even, I'm totally different person.
Yeah.
I've learned so much, and I'm so grateful for this experience because I'm able to manage other things in life much more efficient.
Yeah.
And plus I have a support. I have great support.
That's good.
And I earned that.
That's good having support. So yeah, that would be a message. Don't be afraid to take risk, and that's from personal experience because again, all I knew was what I learned in nail school, and before I took the first waterless pedicure class I sat on it for months because I looked at the price of the class and I was like, well, what if nobody books this? Like, what if people don't like this here? And had I not taken that risk and took a chance on myself, Cure wouldn't be what it is today. So,
Exactly. And having a vision. You need to be a visionary of your
Yes.
brand, and even if you're gonna sell it in like before you die.
if you have a vision, because
Vision, yeah.
don't listen to the people that aren't doing it, because some people are. You have to stay away from the people, the noise. People are, well, what about this? What about this?
Exactly.
Like, if you're not doing it
And did
and
you
you don't
notice
have
that
the
people giving you most advices are people who don't do it?
yes,
You would never, when I'm talking to like really successful entrepreneurs, you know
mm-hmm.
what I get from them? Make mistakes,
yes.
make mistakes, work out,
Mm-hmm.
quit alcohol.
So many people that would be
That's it.
like, what would they say? Oh yeah, I lost the business or that business
Yeah.
failed, and then
Oh,
they
yeah,
be
yeah.
millionaires.
Yeah.
Take the
Yeah.
risk.
You may take a few projects because before you find the one that
Yeah. Do you know how
will.
many businesses I started before I got to where I am? I've done trucking. Now I was doing treats before I got into nails. Like I was known like doing custom made treats. Trucking, I already said. I had like a little TP slumber party. I had a shoe business. That was my first business. I love shoes. I had an online shoe store while I was in college, selling shoes and accessories. And some did good, some didn't. The TP, I had one client book, and I had spent all that money investing in material. Like I saw trucking, horrible. I didn't know anything about
Oh
it.
my God.
The money that I used in that, I wish I would have had it for the salon. But again, that just goes to just doing too much at one time. Like understanding what it is you want to do. Of course, I saw it as, oh, I can make money doing this, and I jumped out there, and it failed miserably.
Me too. I failed at one of the businesses, and it's okay. You know what I'm looking at it like? Because at that moment, I was thinking of taking a class in Harvard for business. Well, I have a degree in from Russia. We had a
Oh
for
wow.
marketing. I
Uh-huh.
have a bachelor degree for marketing
Oh
from
wow.
Russia,
So
and it
that's
was
why
a Harvard
it comes
program.
easy for you.
And maybe because it does help, even
Yeah.
though it was 20 something
Mhm.
years ago, before I moved here, it still is relevant,
Yeah.
like the basics that we got. I was thinking of taking Harvard's business school. It's affordable. You can do it $15,000. I was talking to some women, some of our clients. They're like, no, don't do that. It's just, it's more, how she said, it is good knowledge, but again, it's more hype because you're going to have this badge. I did at
Right.
Harvard school.
Mhm.
But again, Harvard has a good because I know if I'll have access to their library, you can have access to all kind of data, everything,
Oh
all the yeah. You can
wow.
learn a lot, and if I have access to that library, I'll be like,
No, you
whoa. But now we have ChatGPT, so you don't.
exactly. And they're
So
probably
you're
pulling from
cheating,
their
yeah, you're cheating.
database.
But anyway, she said no. Take Golden Sachs for women. There's a free Golden Sachs. I can give
Oh.
you a link where you can learn business. It's specifically for women. It's
Wow.
very useful, and it's free. So I
Oh.
was like, okay, I failed this because it's better to fail in some
Mhm.
business and do something and do it more efficient and better.
Right.
So I considered this loss as I spent it on business school.
Right.
So, and it's not just you learn theory, you practically learned a
Mhm.
lot because in business, it's all about practice,
Yeah,
as you notice, because we learn as we go.
we do.
So,
I feel like yeah, working for 9.5 years, a company. That's why people like you're good at business. I'm like, I guess I just understand people and problem solving because I tell people you have some people that are so talented, but they just don't have the
yeah.
professionalism or the business aspect. So I'm definitely grateful for the time that I did work for someone else. Now, am I going back to work? No. So I have to come up with a plan for the next
So
five
you do
years.
enjoy your waterless
Yeah.
business.
And then like I look at the months and I'm like, wow, it only took 2 months for my business to generate what a company was paying me for 1 year.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. When you invest into training,
Mm-hmm.
you return this money back. It's your
Yeah.
business investment. You treat it as a business
Definitely.
investment
Yeah.
and then you get it back in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what many nail techs are stuck. They're like, oh, I'll watch YouTube video. I'm going to stay home with my
I need to be
regular
hands on.
clients.
I need to feel it. If someone say, here's a video to watch this class. No.
I didn't learn anything online because I was taking 6 months and it was hard for me to learn everything. So
Now the videos understanding what I've learned
Mhm.
and then I have like some courses.
Mhm.
That's basically what I base my teaching off of because now I know how it works and then I can understand it. And it's just helpful because I don't have to do the filming to get the close-ups. So little things like that. And it's if I hear something and someone suggests something of it's a tip and I try and it works, I'm like, okay, I'm glad I got that little piece of information. So yeah.
Yep.
But dual forms, learning online, absolutely not.
You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you what it is. The clients, the premium clients that we have, like Sophia is the one who does excellent dual forms.
Mhm.
They see the difference in each angle because they are around this expensive luxury bags, expensive everything. They already have a good eye on things that are perfectly aligned and
Designed,
perfectly
yeah.
harmonically all designed and structured. So when they go to Sophia, let's say with this dual, they try one time, they can go back.
Wow.
She is fully booked with refills on dual forms. And it's $200 per set.
Wow.
And she does it longest an hour and a half. Longest. She can fit in 1 hour.
Wow.
So this is the things that you can learn,
Mhm.
like how to speed up, how to do perfect architecture that
Yeah.
people are willing to pay for because it's working.
Mhm.
If it's working, I'm gonna be sharing this, you know.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Wait, I want to thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for
It's
having me.
my pleasure
This was
having you.
fun. This is fun.
This was fun, yeah. It was a real talk.
It was. And see, having conversations with someone who's done it, I don't get that often. So yeah,
True.
I
yeah,
needed that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us in today's conversation. I hope this episode gave you a real insight into what it takes to grow as a beauty professional and as a business owner. If you're ready to take the next step in your own journey, whether it's mastering advanced techniques, building stronger systems in your salon, or learning how to attract premium clients, I'd love to support you. The best way to connect is simple. Send me a DM on Instagram with the word scale. I'll share my free profit calculator with you, and we can explore together what mentorship classes or resources might help you move forward faster. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. With the right guidance and community, you can build a business that truly works for you. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.